अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। गुरवे गौरीचन्द्राय राधिकाय तदालये कृष्णाय कृष्णभक्ताय तद्भक्ताय नमो नमः। कालिन्दितनुतटया स्फुरदमन्दवृन्दावनं विहाय लवनामुनिं पुलिन्दपुष्पवाटिं गतः दिद अरुणपटसुपीतवास हरिः तिरोहित निज छवि श्रीगौराङ्ग मे गतिम्। गौरसर्चतरामिति निधि गौरं सर्वं स्तुवे गौरेण प्रतितं रस्य भजनं गौरं सर्वं ददे। गौरस्ति कृपालुरात्रि न परो गौरस्य भृत्य स भवान् गौर गौरमचरामि भगवान् गौर प्रभु रक्ष माम्। महाबोधे स्थिरे कनकरुचिरे नीलशिखरे वसन प्रसदान्त सहज बलभद्रे नवलीना सुभद्रा मध्यस्थ सकल सुर सेवा वसरदो जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयन पथगामी भवतु मे। श्री जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयन पथगामी भवतु मे। राधा चिंतनिवेशिनं यस्य कांति विलोकिता श्री कृष्ण चरणं वंदे राधा लिंगितं विग्रहम्। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। One more time loudly please. Hare कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। My humble obeisances, the lotus feet of my Guru Maharaj, Nitila Vrishma Om Vishnu Parastotha Shad, Shri Srimad Bhakti Pramod Puri Gosai Maharaj. Similarly to my Shiksha Gurudevs, Nitila Vrishma Om Vishnu Parastotha Shad, Shri Srimad Bhakti Vedanta Narayan Gosai Maharaj, and Nitila Vrishma Om Vishnu Parastotha Shad, Shri Srimad Bhakti Vigyan Shri Bharati Gosai Maharaj. My innumerable Dandava Pranams to Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada and all his associates, and prominent amongst those associates, Shri Srimad Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Gosai Maharaj, Shri Srimad Bhakti Rakshar Sridhar Gosai Maharaj, Shri Srimad Bhakti Daita Madhav Gosai Maharaj, and Shri Srimad Bhakti Vedanta Swami Maharaj Srila Prabhupada. My obeisances to Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and all his associates, to Shri Jagannath Baldev Subhadra along with the servants, and to Shri Radha Vinod Bihari. Assemble all Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis, all my seniors, headed by sannyasis to Dandipadis. Hare Krishna. 2 days back, we were hearing the glories of Braj and the glories of Brajvasis. We also heard from Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita, described by Shri Kaviraj Goswami, the meeting, which is also mentioned in Srimad Bhagavatam, that a meeting took place at Kurukshetra. The meeting point is Kurukshetra. Upon Brajvasis and Krishna being there. Just a recap, 5-10 minutes. How Krishna, he embraced Yashoda Maya, and streams of tears from her eyes and milk from her breast overflowed. So much emotions. And Nanda Maharaj, Nanda Baba, Nanda kim akrod brahm sheva mahodyam Yashoda va Mahabhaga Papo Yasya Sthanam Hari. Who can be more glorious and fortunate than Nand Maharaj? In whose courtyard Yasalind Parbrahm, the Parbrahm Shri Krishna, is playing like an ordinary child. And who can be more fortunate than Yashoda Maya? That Krishna, whose Parbrahm, the Supreme Lord, is drinking her breast milk. And after meeting with Nand Baba Yashoda Maya, Krishna met and embraced all his sakhas. And then he met Braj Gopis. This meeting is a very special meeting, and it's termed by Rup Goswami as Smriddhavan Sanjog. In Shri Ujjwal Nilmani, Shri Rup Goswami Pad described 4 kinds of meetings, 4 kinds of Sanjog. Sankirna, Sankshipt, Sankirna, Sampan, and Samriddhavan Sanjog. The meeting which takes place after Purva Rag, anticipation, that's called Sankshipt Sanjog, Sankshipt meeting. The meeting which takes place after Man, Radharani manifesting Man. Hetua Hetu Yuna Man Vikshate, Rupa Goswami Pad describing, sometimes with cause, sometimes without cause. So meeting which takes place after Man is called Sankirna Sanjog. The meeting which takes place after Pravas. Pravas means Krishna's art for cow grazing and gopis are waiting at Radha Kund Madhyan Leela. And when they see Krishna, they feel so happy, so delighted, they want to embrace him. So when it's not very far, but near distance, separation, meeting after that is called Sampan Sanjog. So all meetings are not same. How beautifully Srila Gurudev used to describe from Shri Ujjwal Nilmani by Rupa Goswami. All meetings have different terms. This Sampan Sanjog, which happened after Pravas, is further divided into 2 parts, Agati and Pradurbhav. Agati means waiting for Krishna to come, and Krishna came, or even beholding the beauty of Krishna and the meeting of Krishna takes place. But Pradurbhav is when Krishna is present there, but is not showing up himself that I am present in the middle of the gopis, in the middle of all of you. And Rupa Goswami gave example, Pradurbhav is Raslila. When the gopis are singing Gopi Geet, Krishna was just there, and he was hearing, and he felt little embarrassed and shy. Oh, I was just playing and joking with them. They took it so seriously. They started crying and weeping. And then Krishna Pradurbhav. Tasam Abhuvashori, Sme Mana Mukhambujo, Pitammadhra Sradvi, Sakshan Manmat Manmat. When Krishna appeared there, that's called Pradurbhav, Sampan Sanjog. But a very special category of Sanjog is Samriddhavan Sanjog, which happens after long separation. After long separation, many years after, when they're meeting. And this happened in Kurukshetra, a special meeting, Samriddhavan Sanjog. Samriddhavan Sanjog, where Radharani has so much complaints for Krishna. Also so much love is overflowing and complaints are there. So, when Krishna saw Radharani, Radharani saw Krishna, there was mixed emotions. Expressing her love, reminding Krishna of his promise and non-fulfillment of his promise, and some kataksha. Kataksha means Huh? No. Kataksh means sarcasm. Sarcasm on Krishna. But then, also realizing we are meeting him, what my pyare, what my beloved going to think about, then submission. So this verses in Chaitanya Charitamrita is so full of emotions and Siddhanta and Tattva. Because Shri Kaviraj Goswami, at the end of every chapter of Chaitanya Charitamrita, what is writing? Shri Rupa Raghunath Pade Jahar Ash, Chaitanya Charitamrita Kahe Krishna Das. So he got everything from the culture of Shri Raghunath Das Goswami and from the books, from the literature of, from the moods of Shri Rupa Goswami, Ujjwal Nimani and Bhakti Swami Sindhu. So we heard, just 2 minutes, recap from the previous class. चित्त काढ़ी तोमा हैते विषय चाय लगाएते यत्न करी नहीं काढ़ी बारे तुम्हार ध्यान शिक्षा कर लोके हास्यमर स्थान स्थान ना करो विचारे. Krishna, you have no consideration. What you speaking here after so many years of separation, we are meeting here and you're giving us instructions. You're very fond of giving instructions. Not only you, whenever you send your people to us, they're also very fond of giving instruction. Uddhav, you have no consideration. What you speaking here? Huh? We don't want to remember you. Chitta kadi tomayate vishay chai lagayate. We want to engage our senses in material activities. We don't want to remember you. Go away from our mind. But we are so helpless. Why? Because we heard your pastime. We heard. You know? We know. We don't trust you. Brahmar Geet. Don't trust black person. Megayur eva kapendra vibdu abdu dharma istrim akit virupam istajit kamana. There was one black in Treta Yuga who killed a monkey. So, what was the fault? And in a cheating way, hiding behind a tree, killing a monkey Bali. And he also cut the nose and ear of Surupnaka. What was her fault? She got captivated seeing your beauty. It's your fault. And then, Balimapi Balimatva. And as Vaman, also you came in cheating. But then Uddhav said, you telling not to trust these black people, but since I'm here, you're only speaking about him. And that's the last line of that verse, which is so important. Radharani is saying, Tad alam asis sakhi, dustajjam tad kathartham. Dustajjam tad kathartham. Imagine this absorption, immersion in Krishna. This is our tragedy. Dustajjam tad kathartham. We cannot give his katha. We don't want to remember him. He's troubling a lot. We can't even die because he made us immortal, as Maharaj was describing. How he made us immortal? Because we have taste, we relished his katha. And anyone who relished the katha of Krishna cannot die. So we are in a helpless situation. We are burning in separation. And even after all that, your instruction, giving instructions to us here in Kurukshetra, you are very fond of giving instructions. So, nahi gopi yogeshwar, pad kamala tomar, chitte paive santosh, tomar vakya paripati, tar madhye koti nati, shuni gopi ar varagosh. Krishna. So, these words are like kataksh, sarcastic on Krishna and anger. Why anger? You seeing someone, you show anger. If you love someone so much and seeing that person after years and years, is it appropriate to show anger? But here, this is anger of love. And also, sarcastic on Krishna. What about your promise? And nahi gopi yogeshwar. We are not yogis. Get satisfied just by remembering and placing your feet in our heart. No, Shama Sundar, we want to serve you. Why don't you understand? And on the top of that, you're giving us instruction. Shuni Gopi Ar Bada Rosh. You're making us angry now. So we heard up till here. Now in continuation. Deha smriti nahi jar. Sansar kup kaha tar. Ta hai te na kahe udhar. Veer samudra jale. Kam timangal gene. Gopi gane nahi tar par. Mahaprabhu, dancing in front of Jagannath, is relishing this. So, as Maharaj very well said, don't forget that Mahaprabhu is in a male body, but is actually Krishna in the mood of Radharani, addressing to Jagannath means Krishna. Means Radharani is addressing to Krishna, and Mahaprabhu is relishing this conversation. The gopis are fallen. So what Radharani is saying? The gopis are fallen in the ocean of separation, and they are being devoured by Timingala fish, which represent their ambition to serve you. We want to serve you. We are not happy just becoming a yogi and satisfied just in the heart meditating on you. We are not yogis. We are not there for meditation. We are there to serve you. The gopis are to be delivered from the mouths of these flamingo fish, for they are pure. Since they have no material conception of life, why should they aspire for liberation? The gopis do not want that liberation desired by yogis and jnanis, for they are already liberated from all other existence, material existence. So, we are not yogis. Don't think we are yogis. This is little kataksha, sarcasm on Krishna. But then, next verse, now she is reminding to Krishna, by the way, maybe you have forgotten Braj, because you got married with 16,100 queens. And there's so much opulence there, you're getting worshipped there. Why you have to care for us? You must have forgotten us by now. But in this verse, she is reminding Krishna of Braj Mandal. Vrindavan Govardhan, Yamuna Pulinavan, Se Kunj Rasadi Kalila, Se Brajajar Brajajan, Mata Pita Bandhugan, Bada Chit Keman Pasharila. Mahaprabhu is saying, Radharani is saying, it is amazing that you have forgotten that land of Vrindavan. And how is it that you have forgotten your father, mother and friends? She is reminding Krishna, remember those pastimes we had in Vrindavan, in Govardhan, in Jamuna. We can't have here in Kurukshetra. Priya soham sahachari Kurukshetra smiritas. Tatham tam sam radha tam uvyam sangam sukam. Tatrapi antar kherla madur murali pancham jushe. Mano me kalind pulan vipanayas paranti. We cannot enjoy here. Vrindavan, remember? All those leelas and Govardhan. Forgot? Did you forgot that? What is happening in Vrindavan? Srila Gurudev was saying in this lecture today. Venu kara nipatitam skhalitam shikhandam. Where this pastime happened? Bandirvan. Gurudev was very fond of Bandirvan. And Krishna is boasting, is anyone to wrestle with me? Then Gopis brought Radharani in front. And seeing Radharani, Krishna is shaking. And when Radharani glanced on Krishna, what's happening? Venu kara nipatitam skhalitam shikhandam. The flute fell from the hands of Krishna. He is very fond of his flute. Very fond. Radharani is saying, Vamshintim upadhya kim upadhya to vamshika. Kul yuvati dharm dhasti yeno param dharma. Sometimes we don't understand. Is flute your teacher or you are teacher of the flute? Because both of you The function of both of you is to destroy our chastity. Vamshyam Upadhyaya, Rup Goswami in Ujjwal Nirmali. Vamshyam Kim Upadhyaya Kim Upadhika to Vamshika. So Venu Karam Nipaditam Skalitam Shikhandam. His flute fell. And peacock feather also fell on the ground. Brashtam Chapit Vasanam. And he's also wearing pitambar, yellow garment. That Uttariya also fell. These are important glories of Krishna and Braj. Flute, peacock feather and pitambar. What else? Yasya katak shargata vimurchitasya. With one glance, Yasya katak shargata vimurchitasya. Krishna also fell, unconscious. And all the Sakhis clapping for victory of Radharani. All Sakhis here. I'm not saying this. Gurudev used to address this like in Mathura. If Gurudev used to say, those who are Sakhis, they will clap for Radharani, and everyone used to clap for Radharani. Shri Radharani expressing this. Ekasya lumpati mati krishneti nam aksharam. O Chitra, once upon a time Radharani addressing to Chitra Sakhi. I think I have to leave my body. She said, why? Because I have developed love in 3 Purushas, in 3 male persons. So I become unchaste now. Better I should give up my body. Ekasya lumpati mati krishneti nam aksharam. I heard one word of Krishna. And when I heard this word Krishna, I fell in love with that person. If the name is so sweet, how sweet that person will be. Krishi bhuvachka shabda nacha nivritta vachaka. Krish means one who possesses all opulence, and na means one who is the source of all bliss. So combination of opulence and bliss, Krishna. And Rupa Goswami, while describing the glories of Krishna Nam, Tunde Tani Vratanate Tundavali Labdai. One tongue is too less to relish the taste of this one Krishna Nam. Karne Krodh Kadambani Karna Bhutas Priham. 2 ears is too less to relish the taste of Krishna Nam. Chet Pranuan Sangani Vijete Sarv Indriyam Kritim. When this holy name dances in the courtyard of the heart, all the senses get inert. No jale jaleti ki adbhut varnati Krishna varnadvi. We don't understand how much sweetness is present in this 2-syllable Krishna. So, hey Chitra, I become unchaste because I heard this name Krishna and I fell in love with that person. Ekasya lumpati mati krishneti namaksharam. And I also heard someone is playing flute. I fell in love, even though I have not seen that person. I fell in love with that person who plays such beautiful flute, Venu Geet. And then Chitra, just now, you made a beautiful figure on a stone. When I'm seeing this, my eyes cannot go away from seeing that figure, that form. I fell in love with this personality you have drawn on that stone. So I have developed love with 3 people, 3 men. Chitra Sakhi smiled and she came and embraced Radharani. She said, no Radhe, no, don't lament. The figure which I made is of Krishna. His name is Krishna. He is the one who plays beautiful flute. So it's not 3, it's only 1. Radharani said, you saved my life. These Leelas and many other. Krishna, you forgot those Vrindavan, Govardhan, all these Leelas. And the best amongst all the Leelas, Rasa Leela. Rasa Leela. What to speak of that? You forgot that? So Radharani is kind of reminding Krishna. So it is amazing. It is amazing that you have forgotten the land of Vrindavan. And how is it that you have forgotten your father? Nanda Baba, Braj Raj, your mother, Yashoda Maya, you forgot their love and their affection, and your friends. How have you forgotten Govardhan Hill, the bank of Yamuna, the forest where you enjoyed the Ras Leela? How can you forget Govardhan? Something very intimate, can't even speak in the assembly, but Rupa Goswami described. Anyhow, he lifted Govardhan Hill. He lifted Govardhan Hill, he was not shaking. He was not traveling. But when he looks towards Radharani, when he's staring at Radharani, he starts shaking and trembling. And at the time of lifting Govardhan, the gopis, they were covering with a veil, they're covering Radharani. Because if Krishna have eye-to-eye contact with Radharani, he starts shaking, he's trembling. They're hiding Radharani. And there's more Rasik Tikas. You can't say that. Yeah. So, you enjoyed the Ras Leela, you forgot that. But one thing very sure, now going fast. Vidagdha Mridu Sadgun, Sushil Snigdha Karun. Shri Radharani now taking a very loving mood. Before it was kind of rosh, anger, then sarcasm, and now a loving mood, loving emotion overflowing. So she is describing the qualities of Krishna now. Vidagdha Mridu Sadgun, Sushil Snigdha Karun, Tumi Tomar Nahi Dosha Bhas. Tabe je Tomar Man, Nahi Smare Brajajan, Se Amar Durdev Vilas. Durdev. You understand Durdev? Durdev means? Misfortune. What she is saying, Krishna, you are certainly a refined gentleman with all good qualities. Certainly. So she must be thinking, I think it's too much anger. And I have to be a little sober now. What beloved Krishna, if he thinks that I'm always showing anger even after this separation, in this meeting after separation, so she just turned over. Just like in Brahma Gita also. This conversation in Chaitanya Charitamrita, and if we read Brahma Gita together, you will see there's so many similarities. In Brahma Gita also, when she is complaining to Krishna, oh Uddhav, don't trust this black person, don't. But then you see in those Chitra Jalpa, Anujalpa, Vijalpa, how she is sometimes also changing. Indirectly, Anve Vyatirek, direct and indirect. In Vyatirek, indirectly, she started glorifying Krishna, that, oh, you have performed his pastimes. So Uddhav, don't tell Krishna, you're complaining about him. She also warning Uddhav, don't complain to Krishna. So, how she is changing. You are certainly, with all good qualities, you are well behaved, soft heart and merciful. I know that there is not even a tinge of fault to be found in you. How changed? Huh? Yet your mind does not even remember the inhabitants of Vrindavan. This is only my misfortune, nothing else. She is taking everything on her. The sweet relationship, this is called prema, where the loved and beloved, instead of complaining and putting on fault on complaining to each other head, they are taking all blame on their head. And this is what happened in Ras Leela. This is exactly what happened. Where Krishna is decorating the hairs of Krishna, Radharani, at Shingarvat. Kesh Prasadam Tavatra. When Krishna is decorating the hairs of Radharani there. And doing all services to Radharani to please her. It's not Krishna is pleasing Radharani. It's Radharani accepting the service of Krishna, pleasing him. She knows very well. If Krishna massages my feet, if Krishna is decorating my hairs, it gives pleasure to him. So for his pleasure, keeping this mood of what? Madiya, not Tadiya. This all topics taught by Gurudev to us. No? Just like we sing, Yadi Gauranga na haito, tabe ki haito, ke mana dharita de. Radhar Mahima, Preme Rasa Sima, Jagata Janato ke. If Mahaprabhu would have not come, how the glories of Radharani would have been preached everywhere or explored everywhere. Similarly, Yadi Narayana na haito, tabe ki haito, keman dharita de. Radhara Mahima, Prema Rasa Sima, Jagato Janato ke. Who would have in detail expressed and glorified these moods and the emotions and the pastimes of Sri Radharani to this world? This is a great contribution, and we of our Srila Gurudev. It's a great contribution. Srila Gurudev ki Jai. And this was the mission of Bhaktivinoda Thakur. This was the only mission of Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada. This was the only mission of all the disciples of Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada. But there was so much to do. So much to do. But understanding the mood of Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, understanding the mood of Shri Rupa Goswami, Shri Raghunath Das Goswami, Shri Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, Shri Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Shri Bhakti Siddhanta Prabhupada, Shri Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Goswami Maharaj, and Shri Bhakti Vedanta Swami Prabhupada. This is what he wanted to give. Gurudev used to say. Swamiji wanted to give this. So Gurudev, holding that legacy, I want to distribute this. The glories of Shri Radharani. The literatures of Shri Rupa Goswami, Shri Raghunath Das Goswami, Shri Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, and Shri Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Seeing, as Maharaj was saying very nicely, seeing the pastimes and understanding the Siddhanta, the Ras Vichar through the eyes of Acharyas. I like very beautiful point he mentioned. From the eyes of Acharyas. So what we are hearing, what we are speaking, is all repetition of the words of Srila Gurudev. Seeing through his eyes. Although I am not qualified, very arrogant. Pratishta Kami. I want adoration. All bad qualities, full of faults. Gurudev said, I know. I'm speaking all these topics, and I know only maybe 2 or 3 is understanding, and amongst 3 or 4, only 1 is able to follow this. But still, I want to give this. I want to give this. And therefore, everywhere in the entire world, length and breadth, every village, town, whenever the glories of Radharani or Shri Rupa Goswami is being spoken in any institution, it's all contribution of Srila Gurudev. No one can defeat this point. It's only the contribution of Srila Gurudev. They are hearing Gurudev's lectures, they are reading Gurudev's book. 80% Vaishnava community now understanding the contribution of Shri Bhakti Vedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj. We, as direct disciples of Gurudev, we are expressing this openly. They don't express this, but of course, they accept Gurudev as Shiksha Guru in their heart. Yeah. And Gurudev told, the whole world going to understand my contribution when I leave. Now they are not respecting this, but they are going to understand this one day. And you see now, everyone is reading Bhakti Swami Sindhu, Ujjwal Ningmani, such Sandarbhas and all that. So these moods, what Radharani is speaking, we are only hearing this. It's so difficult to get entrance into this. It's not easy without following Updeshamrit and Manashiksha. The foundation is weak. So, sorry to say, many people used to say, uttering the name of Srila Gurudev, he is Sahajya. And Gurudev used to say, why not? I'm Sahaj. This is the ornament of hearing, as I was saying other day also. When Radharani is getting this words of Kalankani, she's accepting this as ornament because Krishna is the center of this. Similarly, the mission of entire Guru Parampara is in the heart of Srila Gurudev. And Gurudev expressed that heart openly, without any reservations, as Mahaprabhu quality, Patra Apatra Vicharam Na Kurute Na Cha Param Vikshate. Without consideration, you are qualified or not qualified. That's Mahaprabhu mood. Similarly, Gurudev. Yadyapi Amar Guru Chaitanya Das, Tathapi Janiyami Tahar Prakash. Yadyapi Amar Guru, even though my Gurudev is servant of Mahaprabhu, but I see my Gurudev as direct manifestation of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So much oneness that moods of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu expressed openly by Gurudev, especially here in New Braj. That's the holy Tirtha, where from the lotus lips this Ganga was flowing, Bhagirati Ganga of Ras Vichar and Tat Vichar was flowing. This is Maha Tirtha. Tirth Kurvanti Tirthani. So, now Radharani, in this conversation, became the submission mode, taking all blames on her. As Krishna is taking all blame on his head, Radharani also taking all blame on her head. That happened in Ras Leela, where Krishna is decorating the heads of Shri Radharani, massaging her lotus feet. And Radharani heard, my gopis are nearby, I'm hearing them speaking, they're in search of Krishna. So I should manifest another pastime, so Krishna get entangled serving me. And meanwhile, my gopis is going to come close and they're going to see. And that's the beauty of their eye. The beauty of this pastime, that they're going to see how Krishna is Anukul Nayak, submissive to me, and he's serving me. There are 96 kinds of heroes. Krishna is of 96 varieties. By Rupa Goswami. Dhir Lalit, Dhiro Dat, Dhir Shant. 4. And then with 2 relationships, Pati and Upapati, means husband and paramour. 4 into 2, how much? 8. Then another 4 divisions, Anukul, Dakshin, Shat and Dhrishta. 8 into 4? 32. Then Swakya and Parakya. 32 into 2? 64. And what else? I'm forgetting one point, I'm so sorry. But 96 kinds of Krishna means roles as a hero. 96. So one very important is Anukul Nayak. When Krishna is serving Radharani, this is what Radharani wants. I'm hearing my gopis coming. And they're going to relish this pastime. Let me entangle Krishna more. So what she said, Sahaja mein Shukdev Goswami, who is oneness with Radharani, being the pet parrot of Shri Radharani, there is so much tadatme. Shri Shukdev Goswami is uttering this. Sacha mene tadatmanam varshtam sarvyoshitam hit gopi kaman aso bhajate priya tattva gaptam vanam desham driptam kesham abravid na pareham chalitum naim mam yatra priya evam uktam priyam ahaskanda urayati tatasya antardhay Krishna savadu anvataptai. Oh, Krishna cannot walk further. Na pareham chalitum. I cannot walk. Krishna said, okay, then climb on my shoulders. Radharani was making Krishna busy in this pastime because he's hearing her gopis coming. And she don't want to alone enjoy with Krishna. She wants my gopis should enjoy this pastime. That's her mood. She is very humble. Vineet Karuna Purna.
Complete.
Rupa Goswami Pad described 26 qualities of Radharani. Charu Sobhagya Rekhadya Gandhot Madit Madhava Sangeet Parasara Vigya Ramya Vak Narma Pandita Vineet Karuna Purna Vidagdha Pattarvita Lajja Shil Sumaryadaya Dhairya Gambhir Shalani Suvilas Mahabhav Parmotkarsh Tarshani Gokul Prem Vasati Jagat Shreni Jagat Dasa Guru Arpita Guru Sneha Sakhi Prantivash Krishna Prayavale Mukhya Santat Ashwa Keshava. In this 26 quality, there is one which is Vineet. Vineet means very humble. Very humble. Gopira Mahima Prema Rasa Sima. Even though her prem is always growing and touching the highest limit, but she is so humble. She wants all the gopis to relish and enjoy this pastime, not only me alone. Her mood is not enjoying mood. She is serving Krishna and she wants gopis to come and relish this. So serving the gopis because they are always serving her. You understand the mood?
Complete compassion. Complete mercy.
So she is like mediator. I don't know a good word. My English is very bad. So she is kind of serving Krishna. She is serving Krishna and she is also serving the gopis. And she wants the gopis to come. And Krishna also heard now. The gopis are coming. And what he did? Disappeared. Why? If the gopis will come here, they will see that I am alone with Radharani, and they all will have envious towards Radharani, saying that you are enjoyer, you took Krishna alone, we all came together to perform Ras Leela. How come you take Krishna along with you? So I don't want any blame to come on my Radha. I want all blame to come to me, that I am cruel. And Tatarja Antarday Krishna Savadu Anvataptai. Krishna disappeared from there and Radharani started weeping and crying. Vineeta, humble. Rupa Goswami Pad giving one example of a pastime. How Radharani is so humble. Api Gokul Prasiddhe Bhru Brahmavi Parijan Nishedapi Pitham Mumucha Radha Pitham Mumucha Radha Parijan Nishedata. Api Gokul Prasiddhe. She is so famous in Gokul. Yes? She is so famous in Braj. Everyone knows the glories of Radharani. Api Gokul Prasiddhe Parijan Nishedapi. She is getting provided by Lalita Sakhi with her eye-long glance. Radhe, keep sitting. What was happening is, Radharani saw Bhadra is coming. Who's Bhadra? Vipaksha. Vipaksha. Vipaksha in English?
Opposition. Opponent.
Opponent. From Chandravali. Radharani saw Bhadra coming towards her, and because she is also Yutheshwari, means she is the leader on the side of Chandravali, but giving so much respect. She is just about to stand up in honor, seeing Bhadra approaching. And Lalita Sakhi, no, keep sitting. Is Bhadra, his opponent. Why you have to stand up in honor? Api Gokul Prasiddhe Bhru Brahmabi Parijan Nishedapi Pitha Murcha Radha Bhadra Mahabi Dura Preksha. Radhani wants to stand up in honor. Lalita Sakhi is forbidding her. No, sit down. But still Radhani stood up in respect, in honoring Bhadra. She knows very well. Anyone who loves and serves Krishna is a recipient of my love.
Yes.
Chandravali, Bhadra, everyone serving Krishna. But the only problem is they don't know how to serve Krishna very well. That's her. This is the point where she don't feel complete satisfaction. She knows very well. I know the mood of Krishna. Even though they are serving Krishna, and Krishna is very merciful, he is accepting everyone's love, but he is not completely satisfied. And I can't tolerate when Krishna is incomplete in satisfaction. That's the only problem. And that's the opponent about. That's the opposition about. Nothing else. When we do yajnas, From Satyakar Dipika by Gopal Bhatt Goswami, when do yajnas, we also chant Bhadra and other opponent. Maharaj is indicating me to stop. Huh? Some indication, okay. Anyhow, this is only my misfortune. This is only my misfortune. Radha is saying, you have no fault. I'm not blaming you. How she got totally changed? 3 verses before this, she was showing anger. And now she started glorifying. First reminding Krishna, you forgot Vrindavan, Govardhan, Rasalila, all that. And then, you are full of good qualities, Krishna. How she is explaining? Vidagd, Mridhu, Sadgun, Sushil, Snigdha, Karun. You are Karuna, you are Snigdha, you are Vidagda, you are Sushil. All these good qualities. But this is my misfortune, that you've forgotten all of us. I'm not blaming you. She became submissive. And why one becomes submissive? To be continued. Sunday morning. Now we respect the time because we have so much to do. So thank you so much for tolerating me. Patitanam Pavanebhyo Shri Gurudev Ki Jai.